They say about the Buddha that he was sitting meditating at the top of the mountain in a cave. And a lot of people came to be around him and get some of his energy and feel for the divine and for answers and truth. And they came with families and children and animals, and they made a terrible riot, and there was a lot of noise and chatter. Yet the Buddha was sitting in his peace, and they asked him, "Doesn't all this noise bother you?" And the Buddha said, all that has nothing to do with me. I remember that story because I sometimes feel that way about the world around me. I live in a country where war is as natural as shopping, as birthdays. Death is as natural as birth. Sadness is a byproduct of getting up in the morning and knowing what's happening. To live here is to suffer. In order to not suffer, one has to detach oneself from so much. You have to zombie your head and leave only the parts that can see the beauty. There is a beautiful beach, Mediterranean Ocean. There are some really, really lovely people. There is a lot of love and music. The young generation brings dance and spirituality. And there are many places that if you sit in silence, you can feel God. However, the boys, from when they are 16, 17, start working on their bodies to be soldiers. And when they finish high school, they go to war. And many of them die. And that, in my country, is the natural course of being. I know that this cannot be the only way to live. Everybody hearing this knows that too. There is no reason that mankind should agree to death, or should I say, early, unnecessary death being part of our lives. Families that are torn apart, families that have no life. There is nothing that I am saying that is new to anyone, and yet we agree to send our children to die. Not everybody here is sending their children to die, and instead of stopping it, we are now being designed to be mad at those that are not sending their children to die. So we're living in a crazy world, a crazy country, and we are being told that we are hated by the whole world. This drama, this story is pathetically old-fashioned, patriarchalic, and very, very unwise. I call the mothers, the women, the sane, the advanced, the normal, the people that have a heart. I call everybody to do everything in our power to remove leaders that take death as a way to go, as a plan. Killing cannot be a plan. On TV, people are watching reality shows that have people trying to manipulate one another so that they alone could get the prize. And we call this reality show? The reality should be that everyone should survive, that all the singers should sing together, that all the people on the island should be well by the time the game ends. That is the real purpose of life, that everybody should be A-OK. It's all right to have sports and see who runs the fastest, but it's much better that we use all these gifts to better the entire world. This is not a competition in who comes first. This is a plea to include everybody. Shabbat Shalom from Israel, from my heart to yours.